Oh, here it is. Good morning, I'm Tony Tucker.
Because you're stirring up so much hostility by these people ripping us off?
100%. Well, we don't need to speculate about that. You can see online in the protests that they make that very clear. I mean, I've been hanged in effigy many times. And there have been people that have actively advocated at these violent protests for my death. And also advocated
terrorism.
for the death of the people at DOGE.
It's terrorism.
The young folks have gotten hate mail, threats from reporters and the public alike. I think, speaking for myself, I dropped out of Harvard and came here to serve my country. And it's been unfortunate to see.
You dropped out of Harvard. Ooh. What do you think of the executive order to cut funding for the NPR and PBS? I don't know what NPR is. If you're talking about PBS, I think I did hear about PBS. Ooh, the executive order to cut. If PBS was showing kids like, you know, weird stuff that they don't need to be seeing, then I don't mind that. National Public Radio. Do kids even watch that? Like, do people even watch that? Let's be honest. What's the National Public Radio's audience? Let's see. Are they propagating on there? Oh, NPR. I seen that. Oh, I've seen NPR. Never mind. I'm thinking of PBS Kids, bro. I'm not real. If these, if these networks are captured ideology, oh my gosh, Sid the Science Kid, bro. If these networks are idealistically captured, yeah, I mean, it was for political bias. Yeah, if they're captured, then I don't mind that at all. Oh my gosh, I remember this Wildcrats, Octonauts. Dude, I used to watch PBS Kids, bro. See, if they're targeting PBS, if PBS was actually like doing that, then I can only imagine how close they would be to getting whatever their agenda is across into PBS Kids, starting them young and then trying to get them young to then conform to their ideology and rhetoric. It's exactly how it works. Sick grooming of children.
Lost friendships. Most of campus hates me now. But I think fundamentally, I hope people realize through conversations like this
Most of campus
reform
hates
is.
Wow. Why though? Like, why? I don't get it, bro. It's good that they got younger people who are going to be active and efficient and like just ready to move and be because it's the fact that like y'all was saying term limits. It is the fact that they're old, but it's also that they're not like spry old. They're not ready to go. And so being able to like older people have that wisdom. They've been here for a minute. But like, let's say we got these guys right here. Let's say, you know, 2 years in, 3 years in, and they're starting to, they get the hang of it. They know what's happening now. I swear they're going to be they're going to be more clear thought. They're not like older people have more stuff written on their canvas, right? This is clean slate. A lot of this is going to be unbiased, depending on, you know, how they were raised. It's going to be unbiased, clean cut people trying to get to the actual nitty gritty corruption and actually try to solve an issue. That's what I think. I think these two kids are savants that think in computer code. Oh my God. They're stoked and get into the mix. Exactly. I could imagine that. I mean, if you drop him out of Harvard, right? Like, I'm imagining he's got smart, you know, high IQ individuals who are looking to problem solve, fix the problem. Don't propagate the problem more, divide the problem more, right? We know that on Twitter there's a lot of divisive rhetoric, but it's honestly, it's almost like it's like a tit for tat type of game, but it's also so that we can see what everybody's saying. How does this person feel? Oh, that's how they feel? Okay, well now we know, etc. A lot of times when people get mad, that's how they truly feel. You know what I'm saying? That's how someone truly feels when they get really mad, unless they're like putting a character on or trolling. But most of the time, when people get mad and they start spilling shit, that's when they're really trolling, or that's how they really feel, right? And so like Twitter is like a big rage bait platform where they just rage bait people, but it shows what people are truly thinking. It's a weird like synapses. Think about how much these young dudes shred up the swamp. Imagine they drained it. Oh, they drained it. Big balls, he's the guy who's going in and he's big balling it.
Genuinely needed. And if there's one, I think this is important to say, if there's one group of people who really have a shot of success, it's the people here. They're up until 2 a.m. Monday through Sunday. DOGE does not recognize weekends.
That's
We're working
good.
all the time.
That's good.
What inspired you to drop out of Harvard to do this?
There's a lot of
I'm sure he didn't just drop out, right? I would hope, right? I'd hope, they've got him like set up in some way, like where, he's financially secure or in some way, has a career after this, right? I mean, if you worked for the government in DOGE, I'm pretty sure you're going to have, right, the money. Yeah, you're going to be good. It'll be fine. This is great for the resume. This is one of the best resume things. How many people have had this on their resume? Only this group of people.
reform that's needed. I think
And other
the
people
value
reform.
of this and the impact here
But
is
never at DOGE.
so much more
Never at
vast than anything
specifically
you could
DOGE.
learn in a classroom doing computer science.
And you
So he
guys are
basically said, I'm tired of doing fucking computer science and coding, like losing my mind coding. And he's like, time to get, I would do that. I would do that.
being here.
Why not?
I'm hearing you guys
Yeah,
are.
why
you
wouldn't
have
you
this
do
meeting
it? You know
at
what
10.
I'm
It's almost 11 o'clock.
It's early.
It's early. Can I go to bed? It's an incredible work ethic. You guys should be really, really proud of yourself.
That's good, bro.
Do good people come up to you
And the
and
thing is, old people need sleep way more. Old people need sleep way more. Old people need sleep way more. Now, some old people don't. Like, I remember when I already said this before many times, but I remember when Trump was running and he was doing his rallies, I went to bed and he was doing a rally. Then I woke up and he was doing a rally. Then I went to bed and he was doing a rally. And then I woke up and he was doing a rally. And it was like in between. He wasn't sleeping that many. He couldn't have been sleeping that many hours. He couldn't have been sleeping that many hours. He had to have been sleeping maybe 4 or some shit. 4 or 6 hours and he was up. Trump's on some serious Adderall. Some old people only like 3 hours. I'm telling you, bro, he was up and ready to go. It was insane. Like, he wanted the presidency too much. He wanted it too much. He wanted it way too
say
much.
thank you for doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. There are people
Yeah.
in the State Department that will stop you, or all of the agencies that we've been to, that'll stop you in the hallways or write emails and say, I was scared to write this, or I don't know if
He sounds like Ben Shapiro. He sounds like Ben Shapiro, bro.
you're interested in this. But they usually have great ideas. And if they often have the best ideas because they've worked in the places and they've been stifled by the bureaucracy for so many years. So one of the great things that, at least in my experience, and we listen to them and empower them.
So
Yes, in fact, I'd like to emphasize that because we'd like to just give a big thank you to all the government employees who are helping reduce the waste and fraud, because this is, we really couldn't do it without you. So,
That's good.
it's a group effort.
It's like
Yeah,
Hotel
yeah,
Transylvania. And you got to
so
go in and
it's,
find
I'm not
all
try-
the
trying to sort of
monsters.
say all government employees are bad. That's absolutely not the case. It's just that, there actually just does need to be a serious effort to reduce the waste and fraud. And we're just making that happen. And a lot of people in the government are very glad to see it happen.
That is good.
It's really important to recognize every single person around this table that's embedded within an agency is supporting that agency, whether they're working on systems or working through people. We are encountering droves of government employees who are missionaries, not mercenaries, who are actually here serving because they believe in what they're doing and they want to do things well. We are trying to empower them, and they feel empowered now to ask the question of why? Why aren't we doing this? What else can we be doing? How can we fix this? And I think agency by agency, it is filled with exceptional government employees, right? And when we give them the tools, when we give them the systems, and we leave behind systems to help them do their jobs better,
Right.
that's the permanent change.
100%.
Right? And they're embracing that, not because it's new to them, it's because it's something they've always wanted to do. But for the first time ever, we're giving them the tools and the collaboration to be able to do that.
Very important
100%.
message. That message needs to get out a lot more. I'm so glad you said that.
Right.
We have exceptional people at all of our agencies. Exceptional. I mean, they do a thankless job and they work incredibly hard.
I love to hear how
I'm sure
collaborative
they
it is.
got probably the best people they possibly could, right? Like, they probably got the best possible person, I would think.
with
for,
these
like, whatever
people in
field
these
they're in.
agencies, and it's
And
not all
closer to a
conflict.
younger
Sometimes
or
in the media,
more
you always hear
modern
about conflict.
age.
And you guys are considered these ruthless suits to come in and scare people, but it's
They've come in and chopped the block down. I could just imagine, like, dude, like, that is insane. Like, could you imagine being some, like, old lady who just got fully dropped by some, like, 19-year-old computer science savant?
Conflict,
Oh,
but that
man.
is the exception. It's actually true of history in general. People study the
so
wars
good.
a lot, but actually most of the time there wasn't war.
it's just not as exciting.
It's just not as exciting.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, for the TV guys, we like conflict, but in this case, we love the collaboration. So thank you guys. Thanks for allowing me this access in here.
All right, in other news, 100 days
Oh,
of President Donald Trump's second term means 100 days of Elon Musk and his effort to eliminate wasteful government spending.
So Rich Edson is live outside the White House with
That one's
more
not
on
easy one,
DOGE
I
and just
bet.
how much it has saved the American taxpayer and what its future looks like, Rich.
Yeah, that's right, Brian Ainsley and Lawrence. The Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk say
Edson.
they've already saved billions of dollars for U.S. taxpayers, $160 billion, according to
his name would be Dickhead Son, or Dickhead Son.
the department, which breaks down
Right.
to about $1,000
I guess
a
it's not
taxpayer.
Richard, I
Ways
guess.
to go, though, to the
The same
$2
thing.
trillion Musk initially targeted. DOGE has slashed federal programs, employees, and entire departments.
Wow, he named his son.
Is
somebody
DOGE just
named his
getting
son Rich.
started?
Ooh,
This is a long-term enterprise.
fire name.
It's a long-term enterprise because if we take our eye off the ball, the waste and fraud will come roaring back.
They can doge when Democrats get back in power.
We're trying to have it be such that the funding is removed, so the grants are gone. So there's a lot of work required to restart the waste and fraud.
Musk's special government employee status is scheduled to end May 30th. He also says he's going to be spending more time at Tesla. Democrats want him out now. They accuse DOGE of overinflating savings, cutting vital government services, research, and foreign aid. Yesterday, Vice President J.D. Vance toured a steel factory in South Carolina, where he said
plausible for
the
DOGE
Trump
to be
administration's
1/4
first
of a
100
trillion in
days
savings without
marked
losing
the golden
efficiency.
age
That's
of
fantastic.
American manufacturing and also oil production.
Now, to me, that marker means a lot of things for the state of South Carolina. It means a lot of
Oh my gosh. That's actually insane. 1/4 of $1 trillion in savings without losing any efficiency.
things for this plan. It means a lot of things for America. Number one, 100 days means energy dominance. We have started drilling. It means cheaper gas, and it means America that is self-reliant.
As for President Trump, after that
America.
address last night at the University of Alabama, he is spending the weekend
100 days in
Mar-a-Lago.
office.
Back to you.
Yep, so they're not going anywhere. It's just their leader's going to go back to one of his full-time jobs. Going to probably be there 1 or 2 days. Thanks, Rich. He's going to be there 1 or 2 days a week. They did bring up that one of the things that DOGE has done is their actions have led to the layoff of 283,172 job cuts. That is half of all the job cuts in the country. But it was always been the intent to thin out and lean out the federal workforce, which is 2.3 million people. Many of them took buyouts.
Yeah, to get paid through September. If you took that deal, you had to sign up, what was it, the beginning of February, and then you
All
were
right,
paid
right,
through
Wayne, I'll
September.
see you
Many of
later,
those people
brother.
left and got other jobs, so they're getting 2 paychecks
Nice
now.
talking with you, bro.
Well, I'm concerned really about if a new House comes in during the midterms or a new Senate in
They
4
try to
years.
implement this.
I feel like they're just going to put all this stuff put in place. So I'm just curious, when they do this big, beautiful bill, if they can put some guardrails in place where they can't just reallocate all this stupid spending on all this nonsense, wasteful gender studies nonsense.
That's why elections have consequences.
Right.
That's why if you vote conservatives, this is what you get. If you don't like it, then you vote the other way. But Elon did say he put into place safeguards so that doesn't happen. When you take away a contract, in order to get another contract, you have to fill out all the paperwork. It takes time. So it would take a long time to get back to where we were originally. But you mentioned in the first hour the Iron Mountain limestone mine. It's this mine that's about an hour outside of Pittsburgh, and it's where retirement forms, folders, all the documents from people who work in federal government services, when they retire, it takes about 6 months for that retirement to go through because all this paperwork is done by hand. It's stored in manila envelopes, cardboard boxes, and there are 10,000 applications per month. So it takes a long time to go through everybody's files. But there are a lot of people that work at the mine. There's 700 plus people that operate 230 feet underground. So if they do close down this mine and make it all on computers, then to make it quicker, your retirement quicker, those people do stand to lose their jobs. So maybe we could train them to do the computer system.
So it's already happening electronically, and this can't be reversed. No one would want to. Here's what DOGE has done with the mines, and this is their game plan to modernize retiring and getting Social Security.
Okay.
If somebody wants to retire, they can't because it takes 6 months to compile the paper and carry the paper into a mine where it is stored.
What?
And also, all the calculations are done by hand.
Why do they have it in a
Everything
mine?
has
In
to be
2025.
reconciled, adjudicated. This is thicker than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
And if I had to process this, I would rather do my taxes in the dark than have to go through this.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
And so
me?
what we're doing is we're bringing this process to go through this.
Too,
And if I had to process,
too antiquated. Why are they going down to? That's like a cartoon, like prehistoric histrionic cartoon.
I would rather
That-
do my taxes in the dark than have to go through
That
this.
still has a system in place
so
where you have to
what we're
physically
doing is
go down
we're bringing this
to a
process
mine.
online with modern software. And I'm excited to share that as of tonight, we have 25 retired.
That seems like it just seems so basic. It's like, oh, by the way, we're just gonna redo it with modern technology. What?
Retirees
What do you mean?
going through an entirely online retirement process in the government for the very first time.
It sounds so
Like-
simple.
Yes,
It's
and
basic.
it's great collaboration with
It's-
retirement services inside OPM.
It's
So this has always been their
basic
dream, and we're just here to help
understanding.
accelerate it.
Right? It sounds like something we'd be talking about in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is our first, we have computers and
all
we have
the
the
peop-
first 25 people retiring.
All of the people that are complaining about DOGE
Exactly,
and
like, this-
Congress, they
what
didn't
am
try
I
to fix
looking?
this. Joe Biden didn't try to fix this. All of them could have fixed this only because of Elon Musk and DOGE and Donald Trump. This is
Are you
getting
But it's
kidding me?
indisputable the gains that they've made. It's indisputable that now, if you're going to want to get money from the government, you have to write what you're actually getting it for and be accountable after you get paid. This is certain things with systems, nothing to do with jobs, that are just gains.
And that
just
young man that
pluses.
went to the mines, he showed you that thick stack of one person's retirement. That's one person.
Right.
One person.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I mean,
Brian, kill me. Oh my gosh, what kind of name is that? I'm Brian Suicide. I had another one. I didn't want to say it though. I didn't want to say it. Oh man.